and shine. It's another day to be alive, man. I try to tell people, but they don't listen. I had just one thought, just one singular thought, and it has changed my life. I said, I'd rather die overseas than to live dead at home. It's a singular thought, very powerful thought, suicidal thought. And I sat there and I said, I better go live, you know? I don't know what's happening, but I'm not dead, but I'm kind of dying. And if I don't go now, I will for sure never live. That's a big decision. And now I sit here in love, in lust, in life, and I sit here and go, how did I get here? And that's Saint's addiction. So we're going to have this conversation this morning because it only takes one thought, and it is the most powerful acorn in the whole universe. I've seen acorns split rocks in the forest of Finland, literally split rocks. When you have enough growth in you, you can split anything. You can split the difference, you can split your character, you can split your destiny. And that's what really changed in me, was if it's powerful enough. And I keep telling the girls, think. If it's powerful enough, it'll change you. And that's what we really come down to this morning. They were talking about it. I was talking to you about it this morning, but they're rewriting history, basically. They're going over the Nuremberg trials, Russell Crowe's playing Hermann Göring, and how he was so egotistical. And they're arguing in the prison, him and the guard is the attorney or whatever he is, he's the prosecutor. And they're arguing in there, and he's like, you're insignificant, you're nothing, your name will be erased from history. And he said, and you will die in this prison. You will leave your wife alone and your child an orphan. And it's all your undoing. And he looks so shocked because it's so egotistical. I'm the Reichsmarschall, I'm the Reichstag, I'm the second in command after Hitler, and I'm so powerful. It's like, dude, you're a fucking prisoner right now. You just lost the war, and you're about to orphan your child. His ego demanded him to wear his glasses inside. He wore sunglasses in the court case and stand like he was posing, like he wasn't on trial. Dude, he was on camera, and the dude was working his ego and his wisdom, and he was tricking everybody. And sure, he was smart, but he was narcissistic. So his narcissism was that he would go down in history, but he also forgot his family. He also had to kill himself, which they don't, at the end, they snuck in some cyanide capsule and he killed. There it is. Millions of Jews, and you're pretending like Jews, and you're pretending like you know nothing about it. And he's like, oh yeah, well you guys mass murdered, you know nothing about it. And he's like, oh yeah, well you guys mass murdered millions of Japanese with the Hiroshima bomb. And he was saying, you were exterminating a whole part of the species. We were ending a war. So again, one thought, right? If you think that you're doing right, oh hi, Swaddy Cobb. If you think that you're doing right by your decisions, that you're just following orders, right? Does that not make you responsible for the decisions that you're making? So if you let someone else make your orders for you, right, you're not responsible. It's almost like A Few Good Men, when he's saying you can't handle the truth. So when Tom Cruise is talking to Jack Nicholson and he's talking about the power of being in Guantanamo Bay and millions of missiles over his shoulders and how he has so much fucking drama around him, this is the power trip, right? The power trip is, sure, you could have the perfect society of like a Soviet Union, but people are still starving. So you have this ideal, the perfect race, but the truth is extermination. Like, we have values in our head, a singularity thought, like I was telling you this morning. Like, these are all the things that we chase. All of us, we find a way to go get that salty, that sugar, that chocolate, that cigarette, that coffee. We are fucking burnt in our heads, in our dopamine, that if we chase this pathway all the way back to where we can feel something, then we'll do it. Then all of a sudden we're like, yes, that's what I want to fucking do with my life. That's what I'm going to do with my energy. And next thing you know, you're up and you're at the refrigerator standing there. Like, how do every human being's experienced this? Standing at the refrigerator and forgetting why you're there. Yeah, everybody open the fridge and go, why am I here? I'm not even hungry. Like, I'm just standing here. This one ate all my snacks last night, by the way. Guilty. Snack stealer. I got no snacks now. Anyway, so besides your snacks gone, yeah, and coffee gone, yeah. Join We Club on Instagram. But you got to watch your thoughts. This is why it's so important to have a diet of the mind. Not only a diet of the mouth, but a diet of your mind. Like if you start processing too much porn or too much news or too much drama, that's what your mind is thinking. That's what it's processing. I told this one the other day, she had to go be a friend to her friend, right? So what she did is she absorbed all her friend's drama, came to the beach and started talking about her friend's drama. And I said, this is not us. This has nothing to do with us. Like this, remember? Oh, I have to put you on blast, yeah. That had nothing to do with us. We were on the beach. We don't have any drama. But what always bleeds, if it bleeds, it leads, is what they say in the news, is if it has enough drama, right, it goes to the top of the page.
The other.
Not ours. And that's what I was telling her. I don't even know these people. And that was the topic on the beach. So instead of talking about world travel or space travel or our future, we were talking about strangers that had drama that we have no power over. Nothing, no control. Yeah. And it was ruining our time. So her friend took her time, bled on her. Now she's got blood, showed up on the beach, and now there's blood on the beach. And she wasn't even there. This is the drama. These are the thoughts that will occupy your mind. If you stick around people that have drama all the time, guess what you're going to be? You're going to be a drama llama. And you're going to be all in it. Can't wait to fucking get all the details and all the gory fucking little bits. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to be sitting there going like, what just happened? You absorbed it. You absorbed it. These thoughts are so powerful that they can be something that you follow. This is something that her and Goering kept saying. He went to one speech by your boy Adolf Hitler, and he was swayed, bro. His power to sway people, to move them, to convince them to commit World War II, right, was so powerful that they had a feeling. So this is what happens. A thought turns into a feeling, turns into a reaction. Which really should happen is a thought should turn into a reaction, then you get the feeling. But we love our feelings so much that we try that salty, sugary, chocolatey, right? That sexy, that cigarette, we crave things, right? And when we start craving things, then we start needing things. And this is what the thought came from the other day when I was telling you, is when you're really grateful, you don't need anything. When we are together, literally, we've had everything we wanted. Everything we wanted. Go to a different place, eat whatever we want, and it comes to show, one, that we're blessed, and two, when you're really grateful, you don't need much. Like, we require maybe a morning coffee, an instant coffee. Like, come on, man, that's nothing. You know, maybe one joint in the morning. We don't require much because we're grateful for what we have. So when you stop being grateful, you start looking at all the things not being enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough resources. You're going to start counting all the wrong pocket. I always talk about that left pocket, right? You got the right pocket full of dreams and ideas and visions, right? This is the pocket you want to live in. If you live in the other pocket, you're going to be counting your bank account. You're going to be minusing everything and debiting and having all that red ink all over your sheet. Yeah, dude, it's not funny and it's not cool either. You know what I mean? That's counting what's missing instead of double counting what you already have, right? That's gratitude. It's being grateful for what's in hand instead of what's in the bush. And everybody's already heard this philosophy before: 2 birds, 1 bush, you know, or 1 stone, two birds, 1 stone, right? I'm the stone bird.